5 top plots when Young and the Restless resumes filming this week. Victor, Adam and more. Young and the Restless hopes to film this week, and Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, and others are waiting in the wings. With these two in mind, as well as 6 other actors we've heard are in first scenes, here are 5 plot predictions we'd like to see. Victor Newman comforts Adam Newman on Young and the Restless. When will new YNR episodes be on the air? That's the top question from fans. The answer is soon, we hope. This week, we'd expect Victor Newman scenes taped and Adam Newman with him. Adam needs to talk to Victor about AJ's death in Kansas when he was a child. Wouldn't it be great on Young and the Restless if this was a big bonding moment for Victor Newman and his namesake son? Remember, Victor's protected Adam from this truth for decades. That must count for something, right? Let's hope Adam reconciles with Victor Newman. Nick Newman makes last-minute play for Chelsea Newman on YNR. Young and the Restless recaps remind it was strange and abrupt when Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, broke things off with Chelsea Newman, Melissa Claire Egan. Now, she's making wedding plans with Adam. So, will Victor's oldest son regret the split and make a move? We've heard Young and the Restless spoilers chatter that Nick decides he can't let Chelsea marry Adam without trying one more time. So, will Nick create enough doubt to keep Chelsea from marrying Adam? Wait and see. This is a hot plot ahead if it works out as we heard. Number 3. Abby Newman finally keeps a man on Young and the Restless. Longtime fans know that Abby Newman, Melissa Ordway, has the worst luck with men. Her last marriage to Stitch Rayburn, Sean Carrigan, went down in flames. Then, she was involved with a human trafficker. And, when she got with nice guy Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, she ruined it. Young and the Restless spoilers know she's with Chance Chancellor, but Donnie Boaz admitted to quarantine weight gain and said he's not ready to get shirtless. Sure, it'd be nice for Abby to stick with a guy, but it might not happen. YNR leaks indicate breakups ahead for many couples. Phyllis Summers reconnects with Jack Abbott. Young and the Restless spoilers on breakups hint that Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, might not be with Nick much longer. So, what if she rekindles things with Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman? Many fans hoped to see Red get back with Jack when the CBS soap brought back Stafford. So far, it's not happened on Young and the Restless. But that could change if Nick goes chasing after Chelsea and wins her from Adam. Perhaps Phyllis and Jack can finally heal after the awful things done to them by Victor. Then they might rediscover their love. Wait and see. Sharon Newman bonds with Adam after cancer reveal. Young and the Restless spoilers promise Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, soon tells Adam Newman she's got cancer. That should send him reeling. It wasn't too long ago Adam was sure Sharon was the woman for him. If he and Chelsea don't marry, he might return to Sharon's side. Of course, that means trouble on Young and the Restless for Sharon and Ray Rosales, Jordi Villasuso. We've also heard that the CBS Sudzer will make casting changes in new scripts written during the hiatus. These should shift many storylines and pairings. Meanwhile, we're waiting to see what happens with Adam Newman, Victor Newman, and others as they return to filming. We'll update you as we hear more from our CBS daytime source close to YNR. Choose Soap Dirt for all your Young and the Restless news and Genoa City. 5 top plots as Young and the Restless resumes filming this week. Victor, Adam and more. The wait is finally over. After what felt like an eternity, the lights are back on, the cameras are rolling, and the Young and the Restless cast and crew are back on set this week. The anticipation among fans has reached a fever pitch, and the whispers from Genoa City are already turning into screams, hinting at storylines so massive they promise to redefine the very foundations of the Newman and Abbott dynasties. Forget the quiet reruns. This is a high-octane return where old secrets surface, new alliances are forged in fire, and the ruthless games of power brokers like Victor Newman reach new, shocking heights. We've compiled the 5 most explosive plots set to dominate the screens, featuring Victor, Adam, and the entire troubled Newman clan. Brace yourselves, because the drama we've been waiting for is about to be unleashed. Plot 1. The AJ death secret erupts. Victor and Adam's dangerous bond. The biggest, most volatile secret hanging over the Newman ranch, Adam's accidental involvement in A.J. Montalvo's death in Kansas decades ago, is about to explode. This week's resumption of filming is set to dive deep into the emotional fallout, promising one of the most compelling father-son dynamics in the show's history. 4 years, Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, has shielded Adam, Mark Grossman, from the full truth, an act of protection that, in typical Victor fashion, has become its own toxic weapon. But as Adam searches for clues to prove he didn't commit a decades-old crime, the full scope of Victor's manipulation and cover-up will come to light. The shocking twist. Instead of driving them apart, this shared, dark secret might finally bond the mustache and his namesake's son in an unprecedented way. Imagine the scenes. Victor finally dropping his guard, a moment of raw vulnerability as he admits to protecting his son, not out of malice, but an overwhelming desire for Adam to avoid the darkness Victor himself has faced. This arc isn't just about a secret, it's about a potential reconciliation forged in crime. But can Adam truly forgive the man who kept a devastating truth from him for so long? And how will this new, closer bond affect Victor's relationship with his golden boy, Nick? The Newman family dynamic is about to be permanently reshaped. Plot 2. Nick's last-minute play for Chelsea, the Adam versus Nick war reignites. Just when it seemed like Chelsea Newman, Melissa Claire Egan, was finally settling into a stable, if volatile, future with Adam, her ex-love, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, is poised to make a dramatic last-minute move that threatens to blow up Adam's world. Nick and Chelsea's breakup felt strangely abrupt before the hiatus, and now, with Chelsea and Adam making wedding plans, Nick is reportedly gripped by regret. Word from the set suggests Nick will decide he cannot let Chelsea marry Adam without fighting one last time. This isn't just a simple love triangle, it's the latest skirmish in the eternal Adam versus Nick war, this time with Nick using a genuine desire for Chelsea's well-being as his weapon. Will Nick be able to plant enough doubt in Chelsea's mind to keep her from walking down the aisle? Chelsea is torn between the stability and gentle nature of Nick and the irresistible, passionate intensity of Adam. This plot promises high engagement as fans choose sides, Team Nick or Team Adam, in a battle for the heart of Genoa City's most complicated fashion designer. The shocking payoff might be a Chelsea left standing alone, realizing neither Newman brother is truly right for her. Plot 3. Sharon's cancer battle and Adam's emotional return. Sharon Newman's, Sharon case, brave battle with cancer is set to take center stage, and the biggest surprise is who rallies to her side, Adam. Having recently received the terrifying diagnosis and undergone surgery, Sharon is struggling with her new normal. The spoiler reports a deeply moving storyline where she confides in Adam about her illness. Adam, still reeling from the events in Kansas and his own tumultuous life, will be sent spiraling by the news. His enduring, if dysfunctional, love for Sharon will kick in, potentially creating a significant emotional bond between the two. Recall that Adam was once convinced Sharon was the one woman for him. If his wedding plans with Chelsea falter due to Nick's interference, plot 2, Adam might find himself returning to the only person who has ever truly seen past his monstrous exterior. This potential Shaddam bonding will spell immediate trouble for Sharon's current relationship with Ray Rosales, Jordi Villasuso. The intensity of Sharon and Adam's connection, fueled by her vulnerability and his need to protect, could become an overwhelming force. The shock factor here lies in how quickly Ray's solid, safe relationship with Sharon could crumble under the weight of Adam Newman's sudden emotional presence. Plot 4. Abby Newman's quest for stability with Chance. Poor Abby Newman, Melissa Ordway. Her romantic life has been a carousel of disasters, from a failed marriage to a human trafficker to ruining things with a genuinely nice Nate Hastings. The return to filming is putting a spotlight on her current, promising relationship with Chance Chancellor, Donnie Boaz. For Abby fans, the hope is that this time, she finally keeps a good man. However, the whispers are ominous. Y&R leaks indicate breakups ahead for many couples. This doesn't bode well for Abby's shot at domestic bliss. The storyline will explore whether Abby can overcome her history of self-sabotage and trust issues, or if an outside threat, or perhaps her own neuroses, will wreck things yet again. Will Chance survive the Abby curse? Their relationship provides a necessary break from the Newman/Abbott power struggles, focusing on the simple, yet elusive, dream of a normal life in Genoa City. The potential for a sudden heartbreaking split, right after they seem to solidify their bond, would be a classic soap opera shocker designed to keep fans glued to the screen, wondering if true happiness is impossible for a Newman heiress. Plot 5. Phyllis and Jack, the Phoenix rises from the ashes. Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, and Nick Newman's reunion may be short-lived, paving the way for a highly anticipated, long-overdue reunion for another super couple, Phyllis and Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman. Spoilers hint that if Nick is preoccupied chasing after Chelsea, plot 2, Phyllis might find herself drifting back to the familiar, comforting orbit of her ex-husband Jack. Many fans have long desired a FAC reunion, and the return to filming is teeing up just that. This storyline will focus on the two fan favorites finally healing from the past heartbreaks they inflicted upon one another, often driven by Victor's manipulations. It's a chance for a mature, deeper connection. The shock here will be the pure, unadulterated fury from the current women in their lives. Jack's life has been complex, and Phyllis's exit from Nick's arms will be a dramatic moment in itself. This reunion promises to inject a huge dose of romance and corporate maneuvering back into Jabot and Newman Enterprises, as the two former spouses rediscover their chemistry while simultaneously taking on their shared nemesis, the Restless Newman. Danny Romalotti return hinted, actor in talks for comeback? Young and the Restless could be back to work filming this week, and we've heard there's a chance Danny Romalotti, Michael Damian, might be back in the mix. It's been a minute since he was on the CBS soap, but could he return when they shake up couples in new Y&R episodes? Who is Danny Romalotti on Young and the Restless? Teenage Danny Romalotti came to Genoa City way back in 1980 as a singer from a family of con artists. He then married Tracy Abbott, Beth Maitland, after she got pregnant by her college professor. But she miscarried, and they split. Then Danny's rock star career exploded. Young and the Restless later has Christine Williams, Laura Lee Bell, fall for Danny Romalotti. Then, Cricket finished her law degree, and they were happy for a while. But Danny's touring damaged their marriage, and Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, drugged and supposedly slept with him. So back then on Young and the Restless, Danny married Phyllis, then divorced and remarried her, and they raised a child who turned out not to be his bio son. However, Danny Romalotti loved the kid and won custody of him. We last saw Danny at K. Chancellor's, Gene Cooper Memorial, and Danny Jr. is grown now. Y&R Leak says Michael Damian in talks with CBS. Our Young and the Restless daytime source says that CBS Daytime's talking to Damian about reprising the role of Danny Romalotti. Remember, we previously reported that in new episodes, Y&R's shaking up a lot of couples. Our source said no one but Nick Torr is safe. Other Young and the Restless leaks from the source hinted Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, tries to win back Chelsea Newman, Melissa Claire Egan. That would leave Phyllis single. So, if Y&R brings back Danny, it might be to rekindle with Red. That could be fun. While Young and the Restless remains the top-rated of the four soaps, there's still pressure to win back viewers lost during the reruns. So, shaking up couples and bringing back a classic fan favorite like Danny Romalotti would undoubtedly do that. What else could Danny do if he comes back to Young and the Restless? There are other ways Danny Romalotti could stir the pot at Y&R. Danny could try to steal Cricket from Paul Williams, Doug Davidson. Or, he might be a sexy older guy love interest for Abby Newman, Melissa Ordway, if Phyllis pursued Chance Chancellor, Donnie Boaz. Young and the Restless should be the second soap to get back to work, if they film this week as planned. And they'll be the third with new episodes, since Days never went to reruns and Bold restarts new episodes July 20th. We'll update you on other Young and the Restless comings and goings with Michael Damian as Danny Romalotti. Let's hope the CBS soap gets back to work this week, as planned. Then, it won't be too long before new episodes air, and Bold is back next week. Get your trending Young and the Restless info here at News of Young and the Restless leak. Danny Romalotti return hinted, actor in talks for comeback? Genoa City rocked by buzz. Is the iconic rocker Danny Romalotti making a permanent return? The air in Genoa City, and across the sprawling landscape of daytime drama fandom, is thick with anticipation, electric with a rumor so potent it's sending shockwaves through the very foundations of the Young and the Restless. A highly placed, though still unconfirmed industry leak has suggested that the prodigal rock star, Danny Romalotti, is not just slated for another one of his famous brief visits, but that an extended, potentially permanent return is on the table, with beloved actor Michael Damian reportedly deep in talks with CBS executives and the Y&R creative team. This news, which is circulating rapidly across social media and fan forums, is nothing short of sensational. Danny Romalotti is not just a character. He is an institution. His history is woven into the tapestry of Genoa City's most dramatic decades, forming the core of iconic love triangles and unforgettable scandals. The possibility of his full-time presence returning to the canvas, after years of sporadic but always thrilling appearances, is the kind of development that could fundamentally change the direction of the show. The Romalotti resonance. Why Danny's return matters. For those who started watching YNR in the 80s and 90s, Danny Romalotti, brought to life with charisma and talent by Michael Damian, was the ultimate daytime heartthrob. He was the rock and roll star with a good heart, the soulmate to Christine "Cricket" Blair, Laura Lee Bell, and the unfortunate victim of one of the show's most infamous schemers, Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford. The very mention of Danny's name instantly conjures images of the legendary Cricket and Danny romance, a pairing that remains one of the most cherished and enduring in soap opera history. Their epic love story was sabotaged by Phyllis's drugging and false pregnancy claim, a storyline so powerful it's still referenced by fans decades later. More recently, fans have been treated to the rekindling of this flame. Danny and Christine's relationship has been enjoying a beautiful resurgence. They recently got engaged, with their upcoming wedding being a major source of fan celebration. However, a permanent return for Danny Romalotti, the rock star who famously spent years touring the world, suggests a narrative shift far more substantial than simply tying the knot. The leak's explosive implication: a long-term story arc. The initial leak suggests that the current story arc involving Danny, Christine, and the inevitable return of Phyllis into their orbit is proving to be such a ratings and fan engagement powerhouse that showrunners are eager to secure Michael Damian for a significant, multi-year contract. Damian, a successful director, producer, and musician in his own right, has previously balanced his demanding schedule with YNR's recurring role status. His occasional visits are usually timed around key milestones or holiday periods. An extended stay implies a commitment that would necessitate a complete rewrite of Danny Romalotti's life, likely seeing the globe-trotting rock star finally putting down roots in Genoa City. What could a permanent Danny Romalotti mean for YNR? The Cricket and Danny saga continued. The happy couple's wedding is on the horizon, but in Genoa City, a wedding is often the beginning of the drama, not the end. A permanent return ensures their relationship faces real, long-term challenges. Could the new Mrs. Romalotti face the constant temptation of her husband's fame? Will Phyllis, even a seemingly reformed one, be able to resist interfering? A Daniel Romalotti connection. Danny's son, Daniel Romalotti Jr., Michael Graziadei, has also had his time in the sun recently, reconnecting with his father. Danny's permanent presence would solidify a core Romalotti family unit. It could lead to new business ventures, perhaps a record label or a music venue, or intense family drama involving Daniel's life and his relationship with Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil. The Phyllis factor. This is the most electrifying possibility. A full-time Danny means a full-time, combustible presence for Phyllis. The chemistry and antagonism between Michael Damian and Michelle Stafford are legendary. A long-term arc could see Phyllis truly redeem herself to him, or perhaps regress to her old manipulative ways, creating a delicious love triangle that defines a new era for the show. A permanent Danny gives Phyllis her ultimate weakness back on the canvas. The actor's history. A balancing act. Michael Damian's professional life outside of YNR has always been the primary factor limiting his appearances. His work as a successful film director and producer, most notably with holiday movies, keeps him traveling and busy. However, the nature of this alleged leak, that the actor is in talks for a comeback, suggests a potential alignment of schedules or an irresistible creative offer from the network. It's possible that the current creative direction of the show, which has leaned heavily on bringing back veteran actors and embracing fan-favorite pairings, has convinced Damian that the time is right to fully re-embrace the character that made him a household name. The actor himself has always expressed a deep love for the cast, crew, and the character of Danny. He frequently speaks of YNR as his other family. A contract that allows him some flexibility, coupled with a storyline that gives him the rich material he deserves, could be the perfect confluence of events to bring the rock star home for good. Fan frenzy and the final word. The sheer volume of online chatter following this unverified leak is a testament to the character's popularity. Fans are ecstatic, analyzing every potential plot twist and dreaming of the Genoa City Danny Romalotti will walk into today. This isn't just a casting rumor. It's a conversation about the soul of the show and a nostalgic yearning for the golden age of daytime television. While official confirmation from CBS or Sony Pictures Television is still pending, the buzz alone is enough to elevate the young and the restless to the top of the daytime news cycle. If this shocking leak proves true, it will be one of the biggest casting developments in recent soap opera history, setting the stage for months, or even years, of high-stakes, high-octane drama in Genoa City. The iconic rocker might finally be ready to trade his world tour for a permanent residency back home, and the fans are already lined up for tickets. Stay tuned, because the music in Genoa City is about to get a whole lot louder. This is one story that fans will be following minute by minute.